Hello guys, how are you doing? Welcome, this is Sapiens. Now if you're here to watch this video, I assume it's because you've either played the demo or you've seen somebody else, maybe even me, play the demo, and my gosh is this game incredible. I'm absolutely in love with this game. It ticks so many boxes for me and I'm really excited to start a new campaign and show you everything I know about this game, and at the same time learn huge amounts more about the game as I play through. Let's start by creating a world. 𝗂𝗏𝗄𝗏, I like the sound of that. Let's mix up the seed a little bit. Keep everything to default. And let's create that world. For millennia, sapiens have been exploring 𝗂𝗏𝗄𝗏, or 𝗂𝗏𝗄𝗏. Small tribes are scattered wide across the world, travelling, gathering, hunting and surviving. These sapiens are happy, but they are limited by their lack of knowledge and ambition. Alone they may survive, but can never reach their full potential. You are to become the guardian of a tribe of sapiens. You will give them direction and purpose. Your goal is to encourage them to learn, advance and grow, and ultimately to create a thriving sapien civilization. Those you choose to lead will be the ancestors of the entire human species. Choose your tribe wisely. So if you haven't seen this already, literally the entire planet is accessible. Now one thing I'll say is there's a lot of ice up this end, so I think I'll probably avoid that. This looks quite nice. I like this section here. You see how many tribes there are available. Just crazy. So I played the demo, and it will be interesting to see how different this is compared to the demo version that I played. It could be different animals, it could be different temperatures, different climate, different situations. There could be so many differences. It's incredible. This game is impressing me every time I play it. Just impresses me more and more and more. Okay, so I think I'm going to go for this tribe here. 𝗂𝗏𝗏𝗃, 31, adult, strong, gluttonous. Male, 23, adult, courageous. 𝗏𝗂𝗏, 44, adult, also courageous. 𝗦𝘂𝗂𝗃, 45, adult, again, also courageous. Long sleeper, nice. 𝗦𝘂𝗨, 17, adult, strong, long sleeper. Let's do it. The biome is temperate, birch trees, moderate summer, cold winter. Sounds ideal to me. So, last time I managed to put myself up on a hill, which I felt gave me a bit of an advantage. But this time we're down lower to the sea. I never actually made it to the sea in my last Let's Play, so something would be interesting to explore, whether or not we can fish, etc. So just to clarify, this game comes out on the 26th of July, which is about a week from now. So I'm going to be uploading loads of gameplay footage, so if you're interested in watching it all, then head over to 𝗦𝘂𝗽𝗍𝘆 Ultimate Realism, where the full Let's Play will be. This one will be edited down, and I'll have an edited down version on 𝗦𝘂𝗽 Reviews and a full version over on 𝗦𝘂𝗽 Ultimate Realism. But this game is very much a chill out, relax kind of game, so if you're looking for high intensity, this is probably not the game for you. And you're not going to enjoy this playthrough either, if that's what you're looking for. But if you're looking for something chilled out, sort of challenging, intellectually challenging as well, it's all about planning in advance, thinking things through, working stuff out. Brilliant game. Absolutely stunning game. I highly recommend it. Right, let's go. Your sapiens are going to want somewhere to sleep tonight. And hay makes a decent bed. Let's clear some grass so it can dry out and be used for beds. So what I don't want to do... Oh, nice. We got some... what are these? Beetroot. We got some beetroot straight away. We're right near some water, so I'm guessing we could do some fishing at some point. Looks like we have some clay. That's good. We can make some stuff. Plain rocks. Alpaca carcass. Oh, that's nice. Alright, well, we started in quite a decent location. There's not many trees. What's this over here? Are these apple trees? Oh, please be apple trees. They are apple trees! Fantastic. So we got everything we need. We've even got some bushes here. This is spectacular. So at some point, I guess we're going to have to sort of venture up onto the hill. That's a long trek. That is not a short distance at all. What's up here? In my last Let's Play, we had loads of mammoths walking about, but I don't see any at the moment. Oh, that's nice. Look at that. Oh, wow. We want to head over that way at some point. That looks spectacular. Alright, well, for now, let's just get ourselves settled. Oh, there's another alpaca there. So 2 alpacas we can possibly eat. Get us up and running. Right, let's begin. So, if you haven't seen this game before, if you click on an item, click on Select More, you can stretch the distance of which you'll scan or scavenge, and then you can have a box selection where you drag it yourself. I've never done that actually. Or a radius selection, which I find works perfectly well. You can see it highlights the different bushes of the same type. So if I select those 5 beetroots and then click on gather beetroots, and somebody will come over here. But they'll all come over and they'll all gather a beetroot. That means everybody's going to get some food straight away, which is a good start. So she's quite happy, somewhat loyal. Gonna have to work on these guys, I guess, to make them more loyal. Right, so what I want to do, again, select more. Let's do 10 meters. So in a 10-meter radius, I just want to clear that. It's quite a big area for just 5 people. But we want to get some hay, and we want to get it set up and ready to go. And we're going to need somewhere to put all this hay, so let's think about where we want to put our house. Now, the lay of the land is quite important. So I don't want to mess about too much. Okay, so we'll start with that. And these guys are going to come over here and pick up these beetroots because they're not actually hungry right now, which is good. So the gluttonous one will probably have eaten loads, but you can see we got some. So if we change the storage here, we can say this is just for wet hay. So if I go hay and get rid of that, and that's where the wet hay will go. So wet hay that side. This one can be dry hay. And this one can be just for beetroots. And this one can be for anything. So anything can go in this one. So, sort of a fail-safe, if you will. Alright, so everyone's running about, everyone's quite happy, and it's like being on a holiday camp for them right now. We'll change that, don't worry. It will be worked to the bone. And on some occasions beyond that as well. Right, okay, so if I click on this, at the moment there's nothing to explore. So on occasions there are investigation elements. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have someone come over here and investigate this rock. And by just messing about with the rock, what's this? Clay. Let's investigate the clay as well. So by investigating the clay and the rock, we will discover something about clay and rock and learn how to use it to our advantage. There's an alpaca here. Need some sort of spear in order to gather him. Oh, what's this? Oranges. Oh my gosh, I've never seen oranges before. That's fantastic. So we're in a good situation here. There's a couple of guys just sat down because there's literally nothing for them to do. They seem to be making light work at the moment. Right, so let's say all the orange trees in this area, I want to collect the branches. Branches obviously are going to enable us to build walls and fences and roofs and stuff like that. Come over here to the guys who are investigating. So he's just pondering. What can I do with this rock? He'll be whacking it, dropping it, throwing it, banging it, all sorts of stuff. Look at her. She's sort of feeling how the clay moves, how she can squelch it in her hand if she gets it warm, and probably figuring out she gets it wet. She can manipulate the shape and turn it into maybe a bowl or an ornament or something like that. Who knows? Whatever she decides is absolutely fine by me. Now these guys gone off. They've got the orange tree branches. They're very well over here. Look at this. Very impressed with what we've achieved so far. They are sat down doing nothing again. So let's have them. Yeah, let's have them gather some birch seeds. We'll say within this area. It's quite a big area. Now, one thing you'll notice eventually is that although there are millions of trees, there are quite often not very many sort of right next to each other. There's not a huge collection of trees, if you will. So what makes sense is if we learn how to plant trees along with vegetables and wheat and other such things. Wet flax. Oh, I've never seen this before. Yeah, we're going to have some of that. Whatever it is. Don't know what we can do with wet flax, but I'm excited to find out. We can find out together, which is brilliant. So you can see this guy is investigating rather quickly, which is great. She's taken a little bit longer, but... Oh, sorry. Mallow. Taking a little bit longer. That's okay, because they're both going to discover really important things. That'll make a huge difference to everything we do. Right, so I can make some hay beds. This is what the game wants me to do. So how many people do we have? Let me just check it quick. Go into tribe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. So what you want to do, if possible, is actually build more than you need. Right click to rotate. Because other sort of wanderer and gatherer type people will occasionally come into your camp. And if you can entice them to come and join you, then you will be able to grow your ranks. And also, you know, babies will be born. What have we got here? Oh, sand. Need a digging tool. So in my previous Let's Play, I wasn't right by the water. So I'm discovering lots of new stuff myself already, which is really exciting. And that's what I love about this game. It's so well put together. Oh, there's loads of flax here, look. I'm sure flax would be useful. Probably rope or something. Did we just discover something? I think we did. I think we just discovered something. What did we discover? Rock napping. There we go. New breakthrough. By using one rock to hit another, your tribe has discovered that the edges can be sharpened and some very useful tools can be made. Spearhead, stone hand axe, stone pickaxe, small rock, and stone knife. Brilliant. Well, we're going to have to store these things, so we're going to need more storage area. It's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, isn't it? Now, at some point, we're going to have to put things like food under cover because these beetroot will rot in a few days because they're outside. If you bring them inside, they'll last a lot longer, but not that much longer, actually. It's quite difficult, this game. It is challenging, and I mean that in the best way possible. It's perfectly balanced in terms of challenging behaviour, and I absolutely adore this game. I think it's wonderful. What we're going to do is we're going to build a big hut here. If you haven't seen my first Let's Play, then I highly recommend you go check that out, because we built the most amazing hut, and we just had so much fun doing it. I'll probably be a little bit more straightforward and streamlined in terms of this build. I don't want to do anything too extravagant too early, because you can overload your people very quickly and then they will be very grumpy. It's not a good combination. So what can I use this for? At the moment I can decorate with wet flax, but I'm sure at some point we'll find a better use for it. Let's investigate the hay. Let's learn about the hay. Let's investigate branches. What can we learn about branches? So, a few investigation things coming into play. Now, the weather's pretty good. It's warm. We're about halfway through the first day, so we're doing all right. Discovered quite a lot of new stuff. We have a little bit of equipment and stuff around. Not huge amounts, but enough to keep us going. Okay, I can investigate that as well. Nice. Now, what I'm going to do here is massively overload them. Any rocks. So I want all the rocks picked up and brought over here and stored so that we can use them for something else. But that's huge amounts of work I've just given them. Enormous amounts of work. So a lot of these things are not going to be actioned. See how this one is green and this one is yellow? This one is yellow because we've reached the maximum number of orders per sapien. I think it's 5 or 10 per sapien, something like that. So we've only got 5 people, so I've already given them enormous amount of work to do, and it's not good. Right, so I'm completely ignoring the tutorial. Let's press space to pause, and then press tab to toggle speed. Top left hand corner. Pause, fast, normal speed. That just helps the tutorial to push forward. Storage areas. To store and manage all of the resources your tribe finds and crafts, you're going to need storage areas. Each storage area only stores a single type of resource, so you'll need to build many more as you progress, at least one for each resource type. At least one. So we're going to store 8 branches, and I think we're going to be pretty close to doing that. We're at 5 out of 8 already. We've got a lot of these things. I don't know what to do with them yet. I'm gonna queue up an investigation on that. You see, we haven't got all the beds made yet because they're just so busy. I've just got them so busy. They're off doing a million different things. Let's just speed up time a little bit. Fire lighting. Your tribe has discovered that heat is generated from the friction when you rub 2 sticks together. If it gets hot enough, an ember can be produced to start a fire, providing warmth and light. So there you go. There's the little fire. Started our first fire. Let's see if we could build one. So I'm going to put it right in the middle of everybody. I don't think things can catch on fire, at least not yet. But don't forget, this is an early access game. So, you know, if people think that that's something the game should include and the developers agree, then that's something we'll probably see in the future. But right now, unless I've been very lucky or very careful, I've not managed to set fire to anybody or anything, which is a nice start. New breakthrough, thatch building. Your tribe has discovered that when dried, vegetation is lined up and placed over a supporting structure. It can provide watertight shelter. So we've got a roof, a wall, a thatched roof triangle, a thatched wall with a door, a large thatched roof corner, thatched wall, a window, large thatched roof, and a short thatched roof. Loads of good stuff. Again, early access game, so you can expect to see more of those things in the future. Let's jump in. Slow things down a little bit here. Let's get... Sometimes difficult to get things lined up exactly how you want them. There are incredible controls. If you, for example... look in the bottom left hand corner, you'll see lots of controls there. And if you place an item with the with the control key, sorry, then you'll also have exact positioning options made available to you. So, I'm going to move these. So I now only have 4 beds, which is not ideal. But what I'm going to try and do is plan ahead. Have a sort of a communal area where they can sit and eat together. So if I leave those 4 beds where they are, just add another 5 over here. Then I'll be able to sort of do the old switcheroo, if you will. There's no sort of hierarchy at the moment. Whether that comes later in the game, I don't know. There's no sort of chieftain or anything like that. Everybody's equal. To start with, anyway. Right, so we're about 2/3 of the way through. It looks like we're about to discover some pottery. Now, this has taken a long time, this one. So I imagine... I've not done this, actually. But I imagine this is going to unlock some very useful things. Pottery is probably my first thought. I don't know what else you could do with clay. Maybe stronger walls. Look at that! Wow. He did well. Your tribe has discovered that some types of earth can be pressed into forms when soft and wet, and they will then keep their shape when they are dried out and hardened. This will be useful for storing certain resources. So we now have mud bricks and unfired urns. Unfired. There's a clue there about what we're going to discover next. Hang on. Can I click on this? Yes, I can. Right. So we've got all these rocks to pick up. And I think we've finally got all the rushes from over here. Yes, we have. Oh, wow, we've even got some wheat. Look at that. That's huge. I want to collect that. Even though we're massively overloaded. So, it's going to be a real challenge now because there's so many jobs that need to be done. And we're actually running out of food, if you look. Only a couple of beetroots left. So, let's get some oranges on the tree, and I might even be able to place this as priority. Yeah, there we go. So we'll prioritize that just so that we've got something to eat. Because there's nothing that makes people angrier than being hungry. They call it hangry, I believe. So yeah, we're down to our last beetroot now. It's not ideal. Oh, and we can investigate the beetroot. Let's investigate the beetroot and learn something about beetroot. That would be good as well. So what I want to do is sort of gather these things up and then bring them over to where we're building our base and create some small fields. Nothing too big, just enough to feed the 5 people that we've got. And as we grow and expand, hopefully we'll get some more. Oh, yeah, I forgot about this carcass. So we're still waiting on somebody to get that last branch, aren't we? So let's prioritize the branch as well so we can progress the tutorial. So I think it's going to be late. I think we're going to be short of a bed. So let's prioritize that as well. I can even pick a Sapien to do this job. I can say, he's not doing much. You're not doing much. You were about to go get the branches, but now you're going to make a bed and you're going to appreciate it because then everyone can sleep tonight. When everybody's asleep, time travels much faster than even the fastest speed on this game, so that's good. I've only got 4 oranges off that. So I'm going to say gather some more. I'm going to need a couple more of these. Now again, anything that's outside will perish much quicker than anything that's inside, with the exception of things like rocks. They don't perish at all, obviously. Ah, so that will dry very soon. So it's not even dried yet, but you can dry it outside in the sun. Wonder how well it would dry if it was raining. Probably not at all. That's the genius of this game. They really have developed this game superbly well, and because they've developed it so well, I can see it expanding endlessly in any direction, and that's what really impresses me. There are almost no limits to what this game can do, in my opinion. Let's have a look and see how silly this would look. It doesn't look that silly, does it? I mean, that is a massive, massive hut. I don't think that was the right way around. Now, if you saw my first Let's Play house build, you'd probably giggle quite a bit. Lighting a fire. Fire is an important early discovery which provides light at night, helps to keep your tribe warm when it's cold, and allows cooking of food. Now would be a good time to get a campfire going. Well, I have one built. Can't prioritize it, but somebody is scheduled to it. How to assign roles. When a Sapien discovers a new technology, they become skilled in it and will automatically be assigned to a role, allowing them to complete the task relating to that skill. You should assign roles to Sapiens manually too. This will help keep everyone busy and allow you to focus your tribe on the areas where they are most needed. So if I come up here and press F2 and click on roles, actually let's click here first. You can see that our youngest adult is 18. He's only doing 3 things. Now they all appear to be doing diplomacy, which is good. That means if anybody turns up, we'll entice them to come and join us. This guy's doing investigation. Who's doing fire? So there's one guy here, 𝗦𝘂𝗧𝗧, who's doing fire. So he's doing a lot of things. I don't want him to get overwhelmed, but definitely he's skilled in 2 areas. Mallow is definitely the pottery expert. But the thing is, you need to get other people to do these jobs, otherwise, you know, the skill won't be lost. And part of me kind of feels like maybe that should be a thing. You know, if nobody in your tribe knows how to do something for 2 generations maybe, or a whole generation, then maybe you lose the skill to do that. So I have to assign somebody a new role. So let's go and pick somebody who's not doing very much. Let's say thatch building. There we go. So if there's any thatch building that needs to be done, he'll get on and do it. In fact, let's come in here and see how many people have we got thatch building. One. Just one. No, that can't be right. We need more thatch building. Crafting areas and tools. With an understanding of rock napping, Sapiens now have the ability to create tools. Hand axes and knives are very useful to start with, so your tribe should craft some now. The best way to manage your tribe's crafting activities is to first build designated crafting areas. So there we go. Now, there's still a lot of jobs that I've got them tasked to do. There's all this over here as well, don't forget. So we are going to be very busy for the probably next couple of days at least. It's our first person sleeping. Now, have we run out of storage space? I'm not sure. We seem to have some wet hay, which we can't store because there's just too much to do. Now, looks like this chap here might be thinking about starting a fire, but it's raining, so again, you know, an area for development. If it rains, maybe the fire should go out, something like that, who knows. Maybe he's going to start building the hut. Let's just finish the hut building off. So we've got a large thatch roof here. Fantastic, actually. That's going to be quite an impressive building. Not quite as impressive as the first building I built, but impressive nonetheless. It's going to house probably 15 to 20 people, and that should do quite well to get us up and running at least. I'm just going to close my blind because I can't see my screen anymore, so bear with me a second, guys. Had to shoo a fly out as well. Right, so you can see it's night time and these guys are still trying to get on and do some work, but their morale is going down. So it's dark, there's not enough light for them to work, so they're going to go and get their heads down for the night. Now, do we have 5 beds? I'm not sure. Yes, we do, just. So we got lucky. We have just enough beds. Oh, look at this, this guy's going all out. Trying to build as many beds as he can before he goes to sleep tonight. Fantastic. And we may even have a fire going. Still, it's getting very, very late. They really ought to be sleeping. One thing Sapiens don't seem to have is energy. I'd like to see that added. And obviously if they don't get enough sleep or enough food, their energy levels wane and then they need to rest more often. That would be excellent to see. But I don't know what the roadmap includes. I can only be excited for the prospects ahead of us. Right. There you go, we have a fire, guys. That should warm everybody up. Jobs are good. And building with thatch. With the new understanding of thatch buildings, now would be a great time for the tribe to start working on some basic structures. Instead, I've built a massive structure, but anyway. Sapiens will be happier if their beds are under cover and resources stored under a roof will also last longer. So there you go. So it looks like we're going to have enough beds for everybody. So I'm going to get rid of this bed. When she gets up, I'm going to get rid of her bed. So these guys sleep in late. Look at this. Oh, they do sleep in late. Everybody's been up and about and doing a million things already. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There you go. So we've got 10 beds in there already, which is twice the size of our tribe. So we can grow quite happily with what we've got so far. By the end of today, I suspect we'll have some walls up, maybe even a roof to our hut. I've also got to build some crafting areas, and it wants me to build 4. Seems like an awful lot. Okay. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep them nice and close together. And put some storage areas down here as well. Oh, look at that. You can even attach it. That's just brilliant the way they've done that. Okay, perfect. So this one is going to be just for... What can we make? Let's say flint. I don't know if that's something we can make. But it looks at the moment like we don't actually have any ability to make or store certain things. Look at that, she's just making hay whilst the sun shines. She's doing a bit of cooking, that's fantastic. She's investigating, there you go, see, she's learning. And I didn't even have to ask her to do it, she's just off and doing it. This guy's learning, look at him. Building the entrance to the house, he's thinking, okay, I've done that. What can I do next? How can I make this taller? How can I make this stronger? How can I stop it leaning over? How can I make it bigger? How can I put a roof on this? How can I stop the rain coming in? Love watching them, it's just fantastic. Look at these guys, it's great stuff. Wonderful. So as a tribe, we are expanding very, very quickly. Okay, so let's start with some... Well, let's start with some small rocks. Let's get 10. And that could be a small rock storage. And let's make some stone hand axes. This one will make some stone knives. One for everybody. We'll go for a pickaxe head, I think, to start with. Can I put a pickaxe head in here now? Not until I've made one. Right, so let's put some storage inside the house. And at the moment, we can gather... Oops. We can gather oranges, and I think alpaca carcasses might be a good idea. Because that's another thing I need to go do. Oh, this one's... Okay, yeah. So I need someone to come and investigate that. But we've got an awful lot going on right now. There's a huge amount of discovery and expansion going on right before your very eyes. I just love the way it all comes together. Look at this guy here. Look at him. Just figuring out how to do stuff. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. New breakthrough. Basic cooking. After a moment of inspiration, your tribe has found that by heating raw ingredients in fire, they can become tastier and easier to eat. So we can now roast beetroot, pumpkin, mammoth meat, alpaca meat, and chicken meat. Wonderful. Absolutely delightful.
𝗦𝘂𝗃𝗃𝗃
Can't do much with that right now. I don't know if hay can get wet and turns back to wet hay. I'm going to leave it out there as an experiment to see if that's what happens. I think we need some branches. Let's get someone to investigate a tree and what a tree means. Yeah, we kind of need a lot more branches, don't we? Struggling a little bit in the branches department. Soil. Yeah, let's investigate soil as well. Why all the way over there? That's my question. Let's investigate soil over here where it's not so far away. Makes more sense. So, I've completely maximized them out. They are doing so many jobs, so many things all at the same time that they literally cannot sort of fathom what to do next. Have you ever been in that position where you've got so much to do, you're like, I don't even know where to start. Oh, what did this guy just discover? Oh, you so nearly discovered it. Just stop for a little bit of orange eating. What's he going to discover with this stuff? I have no idea what it could be. I think it might be rope. But, yeah, it'd be interesting to find out what he discovers with that. So we can only decorate things at the moment. I can see all this stuff here is like locked. Part of me feels like I wish it wasn't there. I wish you couldn't see it. So you don't actually know what you can discover next. You have to kind of just either figure it out or, you know, stumble across it, which is how things are discovered in real life. New breakthrough. I've never seen this before. Flax spinning. Your tribe can now create twines and ropes by spinning plant fibers together. This will be particularly useful to bind things together and make complex tools. Hello, hammer, axe, and things like that. So, can I now make still crafting stuff with these? That's something else we need to do. It's like the next job. It's over here. Has anyone investigated this alpaca yet? No. So we need a stone knife. We have to be patient. So what's this collecting? Oh, what's this making? Pickaxe heads. Okay, so... That's axe head. Pickaxe head. I think until you've actually made one, you can't discuss that. What is this? Was that just soil? It looks like it, I thought it was a tortoise. I don't know what that is. It looks like a face. It's weird. I'll just ignore it for now. So everyone seems relatively happy, but I am conscious of the fact that we don't have much food again. Eating the alpaca would be very good. Oh, you're not chopping down the orange tree, love. Ah, she's investigating. She's learning about what it means. Yeah, we don't want to chop down all the trees, because then we won't have any trees. That would be very bad indeed. Let's speed things up a little bit. Because nobody's even started building the house yet. I suspect this is because we don't have enough branches. Yeah, suspected that might be the case. Branches are going to be a key problem until we get sort of some deliberately planted trees to accommodate that need. That's high up on my list of priorities, it really is. But before we can do that, I need to learn how to plant them. So this probably is dried now. Yep, it's an unfired, but it's dry. What I discover in the fire? Nothing. I have to figure out how to make a kiln. Flax twine. That's what that is. It's flax twine. It's a rope, effectively. There you go. See, look at all this stuff we can make. Oh, this is so cool. So very, very, very cool. So this guy's making small rocks. This is gravy. Store them there. Stone knives. I don't think I can store stone knives yet. It's not there yet. So she's halfway through investigating what happens if you hit a tree with a sharp object. He's halfway through figuring out what happens if you dig into the ground. There's a lot of branches over there that we need to go and get. But unfortunately, it's another night under the stars without a roof. And I suspect it's going to get cold fairly soon. What a view. Yeah, it's going to get cold pretty soon. So we'll have to start prioritizing some roofs. So now this guy wants to sit, but we don't have any sitting implements yet. He's fed up with sitting on the floor or lying down. He wants to sit on a seat, but he doesn't know what a seat is yet. But they all want to sit. Look at this. Every single person wants to sit down. They can't. But thankfully, they'll all get tired and go to bed. And the night will end and a new day will begin. Eventually they go to bed. Maybe I can tell them to go to bed. So if you click on a person, you get an arrow and you can say, it's found out. So now we go into super speed. So the evening goes through very quickly. So how are we doing with hay? We actually haven't got any hay either, have we? So a couple of jobs we need to do here. A bit much, so 10 meters. We're going to need branches and hay if we're going to build a house. That probably is our priority right now. Running a little bit low on food. See some branches coming down from the top. Branches coming in here. Probably not enough. Quite a few seeds there, so once we learn how to plant, then I'll make sure we got lots of trees planted and we'll have everything we need right on our doorstep. That'll be the plan. So this lady over here has nearly chopped down her first tree. Working very hard at that. This guy here has nearly figured out what happens if you keep hitting the floor. Over and over and over again. I do need a knife, though. Well, this hasn't happened yet. Let's do it. So you can see we've got some tools coming in here now. Some axe heads. Don't know what these are. Digging, a new breakthrough. With the new knowledge of rock napping, hand axes can be used to more easily remove the topsoil, transport it elsewhere, and reveal what is beneath. Excellent. Tree felling. With enough strikes with the hand axe, even the mightiest tree can be taken down. This will provide wooden logs, which will burn in fires for much longer, but perhaps there are other uses too. Which I'm sure there are a million uses. So, before we start chopping these up and doing anything with them, I wanted to investigate it. Maybe it's too early. Maybe it's too soon. We just need a knife so we can get the alpaca cut up. And you see we've got a few bits of wall going up now. It's going to give us a bit of shelter from the wind. So that should make everyone a little bit happier. Even though it's still quite warm. It's not going to be warm for long. So getting this roof on really is a priority. Look at this, there's loads. Right, we're going to prioritise the branches so we can get the roof up. And then we'll go back and get the fruit before it rots. And I think if I put another one of these in here, two, then we can turn this into apples. Oh, we haven't discovered apples yet. So none and none for the time being. Do the raspberries as well. And then that's a decent, food source for everybody. And if we keep it indoors, it'll stay fresher for longer. Good. It will be good. Aha! What's this? Knives. So, with knives, yes, here she goes. She's off. She's looking at the alpaca. We're going to have our first alpaca burger this evening. Or maybe tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. How are we doing on the branches front, gentlemen? They're coming in, but we need a lot. That's the problem. Just the problem is we need a hell of a lot. Oh, recruitment. Sometimes the nomadic tribes will wander through the area or come looking for food. This is a good opportunity to grow the tribe, as many will decide to join if we invite them. Right, so somebody must have just walked in. It must be this guy here. Recruit. Oh, it's a lady. Hello, young lady. Would you like to come and join us? Oh, it's a lady with brown skin. That's the first time I've seen a lady with brown skin, I think. That's cool. I like that. I wonder if we'll have Chinese and other such sort of different types of skin colour and height and facial features and all that sort of good stuff. That'd be cool. That would be cool. I would like to see that. I really would. Right. Well, that's one extra person. Hopefully she's going to come and join us. When she comes down here and looks at this, she'll say, oh, that's a good idea. And when she sees it with the roof on, she'll be like, oh my God, that's incredible. She will, of course, be right. Because it is incredible. How are we doing on hay? So we've still not really got, like, huge amounts of hay. $10 meters seems to work pretty well, I think. We seem to be able to get 10 meters done relatively quickly. No one gets upset about it. So we'll just keep going along with that. I love how they put the bits they're going to need next to the wall where they're going to build it. And then they pick up the pieces and then they start building it. It's fantastic. This guy picking up the resources he needs. Absolutely superb. So in love with this game. Please tell me your thoughts on this game, guys. I'm really interested. I can't imagine anybody not liking this game, but I noticed my last video where I said I think this is the best game in the world. Some people were quite critical of that viewpoint. I don't know why. They didn't really explain themselves. They never do. Just like to give you a thumbs down and be rude. But for me, this game is spectacular. It's got so much quality already, and I'd love to see more. I really would. So I'm desperately keen to get this shelter built to end episode 1. We've been playing for 55 minutes already. It's a bit of a struggle because the branches and the hay, there's big asks. We're having to venture further and further away, which means it's all taking longer and longer to achieve anything. Look at over here. Yes. More oranges. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. Oh, hello. What's going on here? Now, I'm hoping the alpaca's going to bring not just food. Oh my God, look. So much stuff. Clothing for the cold weather. Brilliant. New breakthrough, butchery. Your tribe now has the ability to separate the valuable resource contained within animal carcass. They can now obtain raw meat, though you may want to tell them not to eat it just yet. So, raw meat. So we can butcher alpacas, chickens, and mammoth. Brilliant. There's other things as well. Clothing. That's really important. So at some point I'm going to need to make a spear. So let's make another one of these crafting areas. Should I put it right next to it? Yeah, let's put it right next to it. Like that. Oh yeah, this one could do a triple then. Oh, that's cool. So this one could be like a free-for-all. Hunger and food. Your sapiens are starting to get hungry. Sapiens don't gather fruits by themselves. You need to issue orders to gather, hunt, and store food. Don't gather everything at once though. Most fruits will last on the tree until the next season, but will quickly rot if picked and left outside. Key thing there being left outside. So what did I... So that's alpaca carcasses. Good. So hopefully someone will bring that over. Yep, here we go. We're going to eat well tonight, guys. We're going to eat very well tonight. We've got the first piece of roof up. How magnificent is that? View the world map from above. If you press M, you can come all the way out like this. You can see all the wonderful things that you've discovered. And discover how wonderful the world is and how huge it is. I mean, look at it. It's enormous. Gargantuan. There's a little lake there as well. So it's night time. We've got our first disgruntled person. What's her problem? She's not happy, she's hungry, she's overworked, and she's cold. Well, if we can get these alpaca things sorted out, then everyone will have a nice warm alpaca jumper. That'll keep you warm in the cold. And once we get the roof up and the wall done, we have somewhere to rest and warm as well. So it wants us to gather and store 10 food resources. We can do that quite easily with the apples over there, the oranges over there. But again, look at this. Isn't this wonderful? Excuse me. Been talking non-stop for an hour. So that's nearly an hour up. I think I'm going to wrap up this episode here and say thank you for watching, guys. Please join me again for the next episode. And I'm just going to be playing this game a lot. So if you want to see more, come back soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.